No fun intro for today. We are angry about yesterday's card on PrizePicks. You can see it. I've got the play-by-play on the screen. We had Scotty Barnes under 7.5 rebounds. We were staring at a 4 in one day. Thanks a lot, Giannis. And then somehow, with basically no time left on the clock, missed layup from Aaron Wiggins with 1 second. Scotty Barnes, based on this, gets a rebound with no time left to go over. One of the worst beats you're ever going to see. We still hit our 60%. We are back today. PrizePicks picks. My top five, our top five, everybody's top five. We're coming for that 5-0 today. I'm angry. We're making up for it. Let's get into it. Hit that like button, by the way. First one up, we are going to Kelly Oubre. We're going to my classic free throw props. We're taking the under at 4.5. I got him projected for 3.1. He averages like 4.5 free throw attempts per game. If you want to look at it a different way, when LaMelo Ball is off the floor and Kelly Oubre is on, because that's going to fit this game a little bit better. Maybe this looks different. Nope, averages 4.5 free throw attempts per 36 minutes. He doesn't make 100% of his free throws, so right away, I think this line is insane. It's also a pretty big pace down spot for Charlotte. This is an easy one for me, under 4.5 free throws for Oubre. Honestly, for this one, I really don't even have much to say. It's Nick Richards over 1.5 free throws made. I don't understand this at all. This is a guy that's averaging, this season, 2 free throws made per game. That's in 18 minutes. He's now the starter. He's expected to play, I don't know, 28 to 30 minutes today. I'm not entirely sure why this line exists the way that it does. This would make a lot more sense if Nick Richards were still the backup. 1.5 would be a great line. This does not show a line for a starter, at least not for this free throw prop. Over 1.5 free throws made for Nick Richards. For some reason, I've become like a big DeJounte Murray guy in the daily fantasy sports streets, and I'm going to be a big DeJounte Murray guy today on PrizePicks. We're going over 19.5 points. I got it at 21.5. Let's talk about the reasons why we like this. This game has a massive total. Atlanta Golden State, it was like 247 the last I looked up. Might be the highest total that I've seen all year. It's a giant pace matchup. These guys are going to be up and down. No Draymond, which obviously makes Golden State's defense a bit worse. And DeJounte already averages 20.5 points per game in 36 minutes just in general. And they're not a team that's had a lot of changes other than different coaching. So on a normal game without a giant pace and a worse defense, it's already 20.5. So I got him at 21.4. This one's easy. If you want to go to the fantasy score and go over 36, I think that's fine as well. But I'm going to take the points here, over 19.5. If you're in search for more PrizePicks content than just this video, and I get it, I can only put out so much for you guys, sign up for our Pick'em Pro package. Link in the description, promo code SCORE. We take all of the props that exist on PrizePicks, we load them to the model at Stochastic, and we give every prop the percentage chance they go over or under. By the way, it's less than $5 for your first week. Take advantage now before this deal goes away. Figure out what we've got going on behind the scenes. If you don't like it, you just cancel and you're out $4.48. Back to Kyle Kuzma here, over 6 rebounds. I got him projected for 8. This one seems way too easy. Another line that I expect to move. Now, this is an average rebounding matchup, so right away, that's fine. He averages 7.3 rebounds per game just in general. So you could say to yourself, well, maybe the team looks a little bit different. In the 23 games that he has started alongside Kristaps Porzingis and Daniel Gafford, you would guess that's not the best rebounding matchup or rebounding setup for you if you're starting next to basically 2 centers. Still averaging 7.5 rebounds per game in those matchups. So I'm taking advantage of this ridiculous 6 line. Take the over in boards for Kuzma. And finally, we're closing it out with one that I'm honestly not excited to do because I don't really like this guy, but I like the prop. Over 14.5 points here for Dillon Brooks. Now, I don't have to tell anybody that Ja Morant is still out. I think everybody knows that at this point. This is an absolutely amazing matchup against the San Antonio Spurs. I think everybody's pretty well aware that that's not a good basketball team. When Ja's not around, Dillon Brooks is just going to shoot more, and I don't think 14.5 points shows that. You could only be on the floor so much with Desmond Bane and with Jaren Jackson. there's just so much more creation now for Brooks. And we see that in the data. He takes significantly more shots. The usage goes up when at least one of the other main guys is off the floor. That's what we get here in an incredible matchup against a team that is not very good. Now, are the Spurs at like mostly full strength? They are. Is that changing anything for me? No, because even at full strength, the Spurs are one of the 3 worst teams in basketball. Over 14.5 points for Dillon Brooks. He's not fun to root for, but we can do it today. Quick reminder that your first $20 in flex plays are protected for today at PrizePicks, which means if you go 0-5, you'll get that $20 back in credit. Now, if you just happen to win, it doesn't change anything, but this is basically like a risk-free $20 play today on Friday. You see that every Friday. Make sure you're taking advantage by going under on Kelly Oubre, over on Nick Richards, over on DeJounte Murray, over on Kyle Kuzma, and over on Dillon Brooks. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Be safe for St. Pat's. I'll see you guys again Sunday morning.